Okay, so Rick wanted me to say, hey guys, new battle today, Metapodcast Link, yay, fun times. He also wanted to tell you guys, he's a fucking whore, you shouldn't sub to him, and he likes dick. Also, it's Eric's birthday today, Quandaran66, so go leave a comment on his channel saying Happy Mother's Day. You won't get the joke, but that's how I work. Anyways, hey guys, it's Wild. We got a match here against SuperITSU. It's an old match that I've already uploaded before, but I was like, let's re-narrate it because it was a good match. Anyways, looking at the teams, he's got a rain team. It's a weird-ass rain team because he's got Politoed and Rotom, but then he's got the stuff for a standard sand team with Skarm, Jirachi. Well, I guess Jirachi works in rain too, but he's got the Skarm, the Lucario and the Latias. I mean, Latias you can still see in rain, but Lucario and Skarm are weird in rain. But, I mean, they work, you just don't see them much in rain. And I got that one standard sand team that I've always used. Looking at it, though, I gotta watch out for his Lucario, otherwise they can wreck me. Same with him, I can wreck him with Lucario. Gotta see what kind of Rotom he's running. And, Jirachi, I mean, otherwise, Latias will be a bit annoying too, but as long as I figure out all their sets, they really won't be much of a bother. Like, as long as Latias isn't specs, it'll be a bit easier. If it's like Calm Mind Roar or just any variant of Calm Mind, I have a way I can take it on, just as long as it isn't specs with HP Fighting or something. Anyways, leads, I know he's probably going to want to lead with Politoed or something. I don't care what he leads with. I just want my sand up ASAP, so I'm going to go with T-Tar. Seems like no one's viable choice, because T-Tar usually works out for me in the end somehow. But he's going to lead off with the Rotom, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't really care what he goes for because I can take a hit. He decides to go for Trick though. Not too concerned with that because I really don't fear Rotom that much. Decided to Stealth Rocks, and that is pretty nice because Stealth Rocks are always an important asset in anything. So here, I figured he would predict me to just stay in, or I really don't know what I was predicting, but decided to go out to Reuniclus. He decides to go out to Politoed because he knows I probably have to switch out, so he wants to get his rain up. But Reuniclus, I really don't understand why I did that. But he's gonna Toxic me. I guess he thought I would switch or something, but I had no reason to switch out, so I don't really get that. But now he doesn't even hit me, and I thought he would want to, like, I actually don't remember what I thought he would do, but I just went for Psychic, and then, you know, that hit him. He goes into Latias now, which I Calm Mind up on. I see he's got the leftovers, so I hopefully won't be too threatened by it, but decided to switch out thinking I'd be scared of him and want to get some weird initiative going, but I decided just to Psychic because I wanted to see what kind of set he was, and since I do have T-Tar still, I can still crunch him effectively, so I'm not too scared of Latias. But he decides to Volt Switch out with his Rotom, go back into Latias. I went for Focus Blast, predicting to predict a Psychic and go out to like Skarm or something, but that doesn't work, and I don't even hit the Latias, so that kind of sucks, but oh well. Actually, I think a little bit of damage might matter later, but I decided to go for Psychic, kind of scout him out a little bit. Turns out he is a Calm Mind set, obviously, because he Calm Minded there. So I'm like, okay, T-Tar can take a hit, or 2, or 5, so let's go into that, hopefully take a hit, or 2, or 5, preferably the 5 part. But he says to roar me out as I switch in, which is kind of cool, but he roars me into Landorus. I know at +1 he is also probably running a bulky build, so I figure that I can hit him with a Smackdown, and, you know, take a hit or two and see what's going on. But he goes into Skarmory, and that's like, oh yes, this is perfect. I get hit this thing with an Earthquake. He's probably going to switch, which he does. He goes back into Latias, but I had a chance, at least. But, like I said, he goes back into Latias. I'm like, alright, let's smack this thing down, because again, I could probably take some, Smackdowns, and yeah, that miss didn't matter, and Focus Blast, I don't know why I thought it did. Possibly, but I think there's, like, later in the match some weird damage variation that doesn't matter right now. Anyways, Smackdown happens. I'm like, let's Earthquake him, and then he's gonna roar me, but Earthquake, oh yes, I like that damage, but that does prove he's running a more defensive build. But he roars me into Lucario. I have to go for Extreme Speed. I don't want him recovering up, I don't want him roaring me, I don't want him doing anything else, so I'm gonna Extreme Speed him, and he dies. So that is a gone Latias, and that's a problem that's gone over there. So he goes into Skarmory, and I'm like, why did he do this? And he doesn't Whirlwind me, he doesn't Brave Bird me, instead he sets up Spikes. Because I don't see why Lucario would truly fear a Skarmory, especially when I can just set up a Swords Dance and kill him with close combat. Because now I'm just set up to sweep him. But, you know, as you'll see in a second, he brings in Lucario, and I'm like, alright, we can just win a Speed Die, or not, because he wins a Speed Die and then takes me out with his own close combat. So there's not a sweep, but there could have been a sweep, so I don't really know what he was doing there. But then again, I guess he didn't have too much to bring in, but still, I don't know, Scarm, at least he could have Brave Birded. But anyways, bring in Landorus on his Lucario. He knows he can't take me out with extreme speed, so I'm just going to Earthquake. Does a shit ton to Politoed, like, oh yes. And he protects up to get some extra lefties recovery. And I'm like, okay, I'm not too sure if Earthquake can still kill him. I don't want to risk it because I need Landorus for that Lucario, more or less. So I'm going to keep it around. Or no, I don't. I still figure it can take him out. I really need to remember what I did. I just think in the mindset of what I would really think right now, but no, I just Earthquaked. I even just watched this match. I'm like, fuck, I am terrible. Anyways, bringing Gastro, because obvious switch into any Rotom is obvious. He decides a Will-O-Wisp, which makes me know he doesn't have HP Grass, so I can just freely Scald him and get a burn back on him, which means he'll die from that burn, which is always nice, because Rotom burned is a burn to Rotom. And now he brings in a Jirachi, and it'll ensue for a little bit of stalling, which I don't feel like speeding up, because fuck it. Because, you know, you guys have nothing better to do all day except to hear me ramble about nothing, and I really don't understand why I didn't Scald here. It might have been me predicting his Politoed at some points, but I really don't understand why I didn't Scald more. I'm pretty sure it was just me predicting Politoed, though. Because he's wishing up, and I'm like, shit, he might go into Politoed, and I think an Earth Power can take him out. So we're going to try an Earth Power. He Iron Heads me, which does a little bit, and then racks up damage. I fortunately don't get Parahaxed, but yeah, that's all I can really say about that right now, because there's some stalling going on that I should have sped up. I really should have, but you guys know how lazy I tend to be, and that's all cool and stuff. But he's going to do more of shenanigans. We're all going to do a bunch of shenanigans, really, in the long run. And I don't get flinch still. Did I say Parahax before? I feel like I did. I feel like I just say a lot of things in general that just make me look like a dumb shit, but I never catch myself on it because I never pay attention to myself in general. But anyways, more stalling. Should have sped it up, but I Scald him here. I don't get the burn, which kind of sucks, but I'll just have to live with it. And, yeah. Wow, there are a lot of rankers here. So I was just playing KOTOR just to kind of go through the Stall War parts, because I had it on pause, because like, oh, we got a quick narrate, pause KOTOR, and blah, 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 but now they're stalled. There's a lot of rankers in this area. Anyways, Wish, Recover. I really should have sped up this stall. I'll be sure to speed up all stall in the future, but I was really feeling lazy. Like, you guys know how lazy I am when it comes to just anything in general, but this especially, I was just like, whatever. Anyways, the Politoed finally comes in, and the one time I don't Earth Power is here, because I was in the mindset, let's just burn him, but that obviously didn't work out, because now he is living, because he lived at the Sliver from the Scald, which I could have probably taken him out with the Earth Power, but now he's alive, because, you know, that's what he does. Jirachi comes back in, though, on my Recover, because he's like, okay, I got my Politoed up, but I can't do anything to him, so we're just going to bring it back in Rachi, and, he's going to start trying to Iron Head flinch me, because I guess that's all he can really do to me, and it will work possibly for a little bit, because, you know, when you get flinched while you're burned, that'll tend to rack up damage. Would have been better if he got a Toxic off on me, which kind of made me wonder why he really went for Will-O-Wisp there, but I guess he really didn't want to bring in Politoed for some reason. Not that it matters to me, because I got a healthier Gastro. But anyways, I decided to finally switch out to Dragonite here, because I'm like, alright, I can take an Iron Head. I got a CB Waterfall. I might as well kind of use this thing for fodder anyways, because he's got Politoed, he's got Lucario, he's got this, and I'm like, couple things to take him out, and I can probably take a couple hits, but he thunders me and paralyzes me first turn, and it's like, bang. Literally, it's like that. It's like, I don't know what that is, but it's literally that. But anyways, Landorus comes in, and I take out that Jirachi with an Earthquake, and that is a dead Jirachi. Finally, it's dead. Anyways, Politoed comes back in. I can't stay in. I need this Landorus from Lucario, like I said before. It's my best chance to do it. So I bring in Tyranitar to get the sand up, so I have an easier time of killing this thing with the thingy, with the Landorus, rather. And he's going to Scald me. Doesn't do anything, really. I mean, it does a little bit, actually, but doesn't do as much as it could have. he protects here, and I actually go for the Fire Blast. The reason I did that is because if I lock myself in a crunch, he gets a free switch into Lucario, free switch SD up, free chance to possibly kill Landorus, so I can't take that risk. I got a Fire Blast. I don't care if Tyranitar goes down. I don't care if I don't do too much to him. I just need a little bit of damage anyways for the Landorus to have that little buffer space to be able to take him out, which I can gain from these Fire Blasts. And I actually crit him here, which is kind of funny, but he still fails to kill me, and he Toxic me randomly, which is like, okay, you probably could have gotten more damage in the long run if you just Scalded. But here I Fire Blast, and he doesn't have enough HP to live, and he dies. And that is probably one of the only times you will see a Tyranitar kill a Politoed with a Fire Blast while he has a Choice Scarf. So, I don't know, that was kind of the highlight of the match. The fact that I took down a fucking Politoed with the Fire Blast from a Tyranitar. That, you know, whatever. Anyways, Extreme Speed doesn't kill me because he doesn't crit me, and then I kill him with an Earthquake. I think I still had Reuniclus anyways, so I still had a little bit of buffer to Lucario anyways, but that will be the match. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. SuperITSU. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but he was in the one of the semifinalists of my last tournament, which still need to have the finals video posted, and then you'll find out who actually won, but they're being lazy, but whatever, I don't know. Anyways, so, I hope you guys enjoyed, etc., etc. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.